Testing, 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back, you mother... I'm about to give you guys my thoughts on what's going on with all the bragging hate towards the Kinect and the fact that it's stopped being manufactured by Microsoft. And as you're going to see in the title of this video, it will be called Kinect Did Not Fail. Fake gamers made Kinect fail. Plus, I'm going to talk about Microsoft bringing out the big purse and wallet to spend on, wouldn't you know it, new IPs, time exclusivity, and, you know, up and coming maybe, smaller titles from smaller developers, and retro stuff that they're going to go back and revisit to bring back to us that haven't been around in quite some time. Which, if you guys been following my channel, you guys will know and do know and will always know that I have been saying this since the inception of the talk about Xbox Project Scorpio, all throughout the year and to the release. I've been saying the concentration and the research and development and all the money and funds mostly went onto redesigning the console from the Xbox One release to do all the changes and fixes like size and building in the power cord within the console, or power supply, if you will, and making it more suitable to the fans and haters and trolls and everyone that always has something to say or are very opinionated about Microsoft and their consoles. Because I remember when PS3 first came out, nobody really had much to say. The fact that it looked like a big cockroach. They did say, oh, it's big, but they didn't make it a big deal like they did with the Xbox, calling it the VCR box or the Xbone, or it looks like a night table or whatnot. Anyway, that being said, we're going to get into this video with my thoughts. And obviously, I love all you guys coming in and joining me now. You can, when you join me later on my channel, you can comment, you can share it, you can subscribe if you like what you see, because I appreciate it. And I know you don't have to. And if you do, well, you become part of my family. Obviously, I've said that many times. It's one of my slogans, just like Xbox for life, like a sickness that cannot be cured. It's 2018. God bless all of you. Merry late Christmas. Happy late New Year. I hope you all spend it well and you all are doing fine and well at this point in the new year. I wish everybody a long and prosperous 2018. It was a rough one for me and my family in 2018, well, 2017, because I got sick a lot and I still am struggling. I'm still working. It's a day in progress, seeing doctors, doing different checkups to make sure that I can live a little bit longer, to be there for my kids and my wife and my family, like any normal person should, right? Or any healthy thinking person would. So if I'm dying slowly but surely, at least I'm going out with a fight, and I'm going out like a soldier, or at least to establish some type of legacy with my family and with my fellow friends and YouTubers that follow me and people that believe in what I do, and respect what I do, obviously. So, guys, all this talk about Kinect. It's funny how everybody keeps saying that, oh, they hate Kinect. Kinect is dead. They didn't care about it. But as soon as something comes up and pops up about it, it's the talk of the town. Everybody wants to talk about it. Kinect, it's dead. Microsoft, stupid, dumb mistake. Okay? And, again, like I said, Kinect didn't fail, obviously. Kinect did not fail. Gamers made Kinect fail, especially fake gamers, because let's use some logic here. first and foremost, let's get things very straight, clear, and cut to the chase. If you own a business and you do anything with it, and you sell a product, and that product that you sell makes a lot of money, and it's a success, the next logical step that makes perfect sense as far as business goes, as far as anything goes, really, if you're business savvy, the next logical step obviously would be to make a better version of that and increase it, make it more, high tech, if you will, in this case, because we're talking about Microsoft. Make it more comprehensive, make it more, technology heavy, but with a reasonable price. You know what I mean? Because, again, if you have success with it, that's the next step. You keep on capitalizing on the success of that so you can make more money, right? And if a lot of you may not know, okay, but that Kinect, okay, and if you don't, maybe you'll know now, was one, if not the most successful peripheral of all times of any console, in any console generation. I believe it sold, was anywhere from the numbers around 18 million to 21 million in the line cycle of the Xbox 360 console life, right? So it only makes sense that Microsoft tried to capitalize on that success and made it part of the Xbox One ecosystem for the new console that they brought out in 2013, right? And the problem with that is that many people think Kinect was created or done because Microsoft was still trying to capitalize on the whole motion control thing that was going on with the Wii and with the PS dongles, which is the PlayStation Move. No, that wasn't the case. The reason for Kinect was Microsoft was trying to make a future type of experience, a futuristic type of experience with the console itself, which was a unified UI control system that you can either use voice or your body, which was gesture, which that's forward thinking. Now, if anyone here owns a Kinect that actually used it, past tense, right? Or actually gave it the time of day, you will know that the Kinect was a wonderful piece of equipment, of tool, a technology that really enhances the experience of the console. I love my Kinect. I have two of them in my house. I'm going to buy about maybe two more because they stopped production, so I want to make sure that if one gets ruined and they're not manufacturing, I have a backup. Just like I still have my HD DVD drive with a lot of HD movies that I bought at the time that I really appreciated and liked, and I still own. And that's fine if you don't like it or if you never gave it a chance. But if you were one of those people, you really don't have a say or should have a word or an opinion about it, because you can't give an opinion without an experience, because then your opinion is not an educated opinion. It's one with no merit. And that's the whole point of it. I see a bunch of people talking, oh, Kinect this, Kinect that. And half of these people, when you ask them, or when you talk to them, well, did you ever use your Kinect? No, I tried it real quick for like 5 minutes, maybe a day. I didn't really like it. Then you don't know what you're talking about, because you're not going to figure out what some type of technology does, or of a piece of technology like the Kinect, without utilizing and using it over and over and over until you grasp how it actually works and all the benefits and options that it gives you. So if you bought the Kinect with the Xbox and you're like, oh, I put it in the shelf and in my drawer, I never used it, you still can't speak on it because you didn't use it. You don't know what you're talking about. And that's how I know the difference between someone that actually knows what they're talking about and don't, because most of the people that I spoke to, at least 90%, maybe 95% of the people that own Kinect that I know, that I've spoken with, love it. They think it's fantastic. But see, the problem with gamers is that we're very selfish. We only want to think about, they're what we want and what is not right or what's maybe right for the movement of gaming moving forward. Because Kinect wasn't done just for games. That was a bonus. You can actually use it with games like Crew Estate and Alien Isolation and Dead Rising and Tomb Raider. And what it does works great. And it's really awesome because it makes an experience a fun one or an extra fun experience with those games. But you got to think about the Kinect in the bigger picture. The Kinect was created for older people that maybe perhaps, live with their grandchildren, may live with them, or their children may live with them, taking care of them, and they want to watch TV. They can turn it on. They can control the channels by simply talking to it instead of just getting up and having to move around if they're, really have a disability and really can't. But that also is also done for people that are disabled, maybe that perhaps can't hear, but they can talk and they can read, see gestures and do sign language, right? Perhaps, right? It also has really awesome features like if you're talking or you're playing in your living room or in your room or in your college dorm, and let's say you want to talk to your parents or you want to talk to your friends or your girlfriend or a friend that's in another state, all you have to do is go right to Skype and you can talk right there from the comfort of your game setup and speak through Skype live to your loved ones and friends and family, and maybe also perhaps for little kids that the parents don't trust them touching their entertainment system because it's too complex for them to understand all the ins and outs of how you run it, how you tweak it, how you turn it on, what does what works with what the receiver does, what channel, changing channels, having what input, having the right input. So those things as well, right, you got to keep in mind. So kids can have an easy way of accessing their games in their parents' living room that with expensive equipment without ruining it, right? Or even parents that are not game savvy, that don't know anything about real video game tech, but their kids do, their teenage kids, and they want to maybe watch Netflix or even play a game, but they didn't really know how to go into it, so they'll go, Xbox Go to Ori in the Blind Forest. It goes right in because if it's digital, everything works with a snap of a finger or a simple command. So that's the whole vision that Kinect was offering and still does for those who own it. And that's why I think it's a very underrated piece of equipment. And I think it was a big, bold, different style of approach for a console that no other console ever offered. And no other console did in the correct manner. Thinking about all the ins and outs and every angle, which Microsoft did. So for that, I think it's 100% success. And it will always be a success. In my book and in many others that are smart thinking gamers. Now, when I say fake gamers are the ones who made it fail, it's because those are the people, again, that because the first Kinect had such bad backlash because it was faulty, because it didn't work correct all the time, because if you didn't know, Microsoft had to kind of cut some of the technology that was going into the Kinect itself because of cost, because it was going to be too much money for the first Kinect. That's why they had some problems and issues. Plus, remember, it was constructed after the fact, meaning the console was already designed a certain way, and they had to design the Kinect around that console design to see if the console would work around this new tech. Unlike the Xbox One, the whole console was made with the idea and technology behind Kinect. That's why it took them almost a year to take it out and give people the option to buy it separate, right? And to work the UI with just the controller, and then also later on with the mic, and you spoke with the mic giving it commands. But it's still not the same quality or experience, obviously, because you have to put the mic and be solitary. With the Kinect itself, you could do it in your living room in a wide open space with your entire family. as opposed to just you by yourself, solitary inside a mic. You know, if I wanted to tell my wife, hey, honey, do me a favor, change that for me, she could have used the Kinect. If I wanted to tell my kids to do it, they could have used the Kinect. It didn't have to be that she has to go get a Kinect controller. Get a controller, connect a headset, put the headset on, make sure that the headset's on, and that it's calibrated correctly to then give it commands. Go all that step just to do one command. When with the Kinect being on all the time, all you have to do is, hey, do this, and that's it. It just listens. So, again, it's a shame that it had to be stopped, manufacturing. But I understand why. Microsoft needs to make money in whatever they invested. And they have believed in it because it's been 3, going now on 4 years, that the Kinect's still been out there. And they haven't stopped production yet. It's going to start sometime this year, I believe. It goes out of production. But they still gave you the option to carry it with you with the Xbox One. So obviously they know there's people out there that use it, that enjoyed it, and believed in the product. So they didn't give up on it. They just can't keep manufacturing it if it's not selling off the shelves in stores. Because the perception already is that it's a negative piece of equipment. And obviously in this world, there's too many fake gamers, casual gamers, and fools that don't make their own decisions. Sorry about that. I came to a small pause. Obviously, I don't know, I guess the phone time limit on my video. But anyway, to continue, this is people that cannot think for themselves and try something for themselves, to have that personal experience to know, hey, is this really worth it? Or is this really as bad as people think? Me? No one's ever going to tell me what I can try when I do everything myself. Whether it's play a game or try anything or even a console. That's why I can speak on it, because I own them, I buy them, and try them myself, because that's what a real gamer does. You don't listen to reviews, you don't even use it as a guideline. Because what you may like, someone else may not, and they're going to judge it based on what they like. Because they have people reviewing games like shooters, like a Gears of War, that only like tall tale games, which are point and click, and that's it. Interactive movies. So of course they're not going to give you a better opinion about a shooter like Gears, because they don't like the genre. That's common sense. So I don't listen to that at all. I don't use reviews as guidelines, never have. I spend my money. Now, if I don't think the game might be up to par to the quality, I'll wait until I see the game on sale and then buy when it's on sale. If I feel that it might be not as good as it's cracked up to be or should be. That's how I protect myself. But listening to somebody else's comment and opinion, no. Unless it's somebody I trust, that I know has an honest and smart and educated opinion because they've proven it in the past. By their behavior, by their stature, by their knowledge of gaming, of how they speak, or what they say. So that's how I do it. And that's how any real gamer is supposed to do it. And I understand, you don't have, not everybody has the money to go out, that's fine. So what do? You wait until it's on sale, or you save up your money, and when you get it, then you buy it. Better late than never, right? That's the saying, and that's the truth. So, the hater Kinect is just making you look like a fool to whoever those that think that it was a mistake or that was bad. It wasn't. And the reason why it wasn't an option in the beginning where you would buy it separate is because the whole design of the Xbox One was made with the intent of Kinect being the tool to control the console, the UI, and the whole experience, which you couldn't just do overnight. That's why it took them a while to reconstruct the UI and do it from scratch. That's why you didn't get the option, because they believed in the product. But the backlash, obviously, from fake fans, haters, media, trying to jump on their back, making them look bad, okay, didn't help. Because that's what made the perception get the knowledge or the idea or the truth about what Kinect really is and how it works, and if it was worth the time. Because it is worth the time. It's like saying, it's like people touting VR. The VR is garbage. For what it is, yeah, it works cool, but it's garbage. It's a solitary experience in a generation of gaming that is heavy on multiplayer with many social. It's a big social experience now, and that's a solitary experience. And that's all they are, experiences. 15-minute games, 100-hour-minute game, 45-minute game, because you can't play longer than that because it gets you sick. Your brain, your IRA and your brains can't register that for too long. That's a fact. Unless you can have VR without a camera over your eyes. That's the only way it'll pick up. Just like the 3D was good without the camera, without any glasses, and still people complain that they got headaches because of the little kids and things like that on the 3DS. But that's the only way it'll have a massive world, more appeal and type of success, in gaming in general as a whole. But people are like, oh my God, it was 2 million VR headsets. Of course 2 million. After that Black Friday sale, it was only $100 or $199 in some places. I mean, $199 and $100 in some places. Of course, VR sold a little bit better. Because after that is when they gave the numbers. Before that, they didn't give no numbers. And let me get something straight. The Kinect for the Xbox sold 8 million in the first month on the 360. So 2 million in a year is not really a big deal. It's okay, and I get it. It's more expensive, but it's more expensive. It was more expensive because of the tech, obviously. But the point is that it's sold well in less time. That's the point. And it was doing things that you can actually utilize with the console and your gaming experience as a whole, with your family as well. Not just you by yourself, like VR is designed. So the execution makes more sense when it came to the Kinect as opposed to VR. Okay? So if you guys want to rebuttal or argue that with me, that's fine. But don't come and argue with me if I know you haven't used it, because I'm going to know by the way you tell me the answers and whatever you try to express to me. That's going to sound foolish. The Kinect is still a wonderful experience. I'm going to use it in my house for as long as I can, as long as they die out, and I won't stop. So that was one of the points I wanted to hit. The second point that I wanted to hit was, if you guys been following my channel, you all know that I've been saying since the very beginning that Microsoft, right, was going to invest heavy on new games as soon as they got all this out of the way with the new console and the world's most powerful console now, obviously, with the Xbox One X. And a lot of users were like, oh, yeah, right. It ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. And I kept saying to you guys, oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. I kept telling you guys, yes, it will. I kept telling you guys. And a lot of you are like, yeah, right. You don't know what you're talking about. It ain't going to happen. I was like, yes, it will. You'll see. Because that just makes actual sense. And guess what? Today, the new developer, I forgot their new name, but really known by Press Play, the guys who did Max Curse of the Brotherhood, came out and said that they're spending big time money and sparing no expense to create new IPs, old IPs, and trying to buy timed exclusives to keep as placement holders until the new intellectual properties from these new in-house developers that they're trying to create as well come out for Xbox. And I said this a while back, since the announcement of Scorpio. And that's why I said that last year wasn't heavy on big AAA games, because of that. But now, you guys got an answer from the horse's mouth, an actual developer that I believe perhaps maybe Microsoft went to them to ask them to do another exclusive game, even if it's time, because they no longer own partnership with Press Play. That's why Max came to PS4 under their new development name and banner. So, you can't say I didn't tell you so, because I did. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Those are my thoughts. I'm pretty sure you're going to disagree, and that's fine. I love the disagreement because that just shows me how ignorant a lot of you guys are, because you're not educated and you don't use your own common sense. You listen to other people that maybe are more popular within the gaming industry that act like they know, but them themselves really don't know, or really don't speak, logically or coherently or clearly enough about the situation. Or you listen to dumb articles from biased websites or media or game sites and things of that nature, which is there. Because look at the new agenda. The Xbox One is just about power, but not about actual new intellectual properties. When the whole time was PS4 is more powerful than the Xbox One. The multiplex are better, even though the online ecosystem for most of those games are garbage compared to the Xbox. Even though Microsoft used wonderful technologies like dynamic scaling, which always kept the frame rate better because that's more important in a game, with actual gameplay, than just worrying about resolution, which the box has an upscaler, and TVs have upscalers, which help clarify those jagged edges. Unless you're playing on a bigger TV, obviously, or screen, which makes it a little bit noticeable, but it's not a deal breaker, not at all. Or things like, actual games with campaigns that have a big, robust multiplayer component. That you can actually play the campaign with your friends, 4-player co-op, like in, a game like Halo. You understand what I'm saying? Or even Gears of War, 2 players. Or now the upcoming State of Decay and Crackdown 3. So, it's not that we're saying, no, we don't want single-player campaigns. We want our money's worth, so that it can meet both demographics, the multiplayer side and the single player side, as opposed to Sony that only has mainly single player. Very few of their games have multiplayer, and the ones they have are very small and not robust. They're one and dones. They don't really have, nobody's playing Drive Club, nobody's really playing GT Sport Online, there's nobody really playing Street Fighter. Very, very few people are. I mean, there are people playing, but not as much. The most of the games that are being played are Call of Duties, the Battlefronts, the Battlefields, the same old multiplayer that everybody gets to play. It's nothing new. So, I would like to say, I'm glad that I don't say I didn't tell you so, and I'm taking full credit for it, because I said this almost a year ago. Okay? So, nobody can argue that with me, because I have proof on my channel for the longest time. Anyway, guys, it's been fantastic trying to talk to you guys. I'm back. I'm going to try to do as much as I can to keep you guys entertained, pleased, and happy. Shout outs to my man Brodio. I saw he came back. I love that guy. I love his style. I love his comedic style, his satire, his trolling is amazing. I just love the way he executes it, and I hope that his channel grows again, and he, keeps doing a lot of things. Hopefully, maybe we can do something with him down the road, because he's a cool cat. He seems like a really cool cat, and I like his style. And he's an Xbox dude. He loves Xbox. He understands what the difference between PS4 and Xbox, and he has PlayStation. So, it's not like he doesn't. And shout outs to all my dudes, from Master Chief to Submercum, Tuckmaster, Drew, 1111, E-Rock, Take Forever, my boy, Kenny Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Big Kahuna, which we haven't heard from. I hope he's doing well. God bless you. Miss you, dog. Ghost Rider, Kaleidoscope, J Long, obviously. The usual suspects, Mr. 100. My boy Ricardo Vasquez, you need to get out on these gaming streets. Your voice needs to be heard, because you're very knowledgeable and you have a lot to say that makes sense. And we need more of you guys and people like you out here doing this dirty work, doing the dirty laundry, and educating the foolish non-educated ones, so-called gamers out here. And, people like my boy New Legal, Dorian Bumpus, my dog from Infinite Rooms of Xbox, which is our gaming Facebook group. IntroMediaGaming.com. My boy Cyclonus, Young Kano. The list goes on and on. There's so many good people, like I've said. Sega Forever, Ghost Rider, his lovely lady and significant other Kim. I love all those guys. Those guys are great people, man. My boy E-Rock, miss him as well. I hope you'll be on the scene soon. And even people like, Crap and Mooch and Next Gen, even though they don't need really the limelight because people know who they are. My girl Luca, Lady Infamous, Miss DeLeon, you know what I mean? People are out there just doing what they love. Mr. 100, my brother from another console, love that dude. Man, he's a class act, And thank you to all the new subscribers and supporters that I've gotten in the last couple of months. I've shot up at least 100 subscribers. I'm about to hit 400 soon. Maybe by the end of the year, I'll have 500. That'll be the goal for now. I think that'd be a nice amount. I'm not trying to become a rock star out here. I just want to educate all my boys and people that might not have that education and are looking for it. In a good way. Not trying to be cocky, because I'm not trying to be better than the next person. I'm just trying to pass forward the knowledge and love that I have from gaming. So guys, keep it Xbox. Blazing Phoenix, shout out to you too, man. Miss you like a motherfucker. Wish you were back, buddy. Wish you were back. I hope everything's fine with your mom and with you and everybody else that you care for, because I know, you're going through some rough times. Or at least that's the word, And, Xbox for life, like I said, this can't be cured. That's my saying. That's my slogan. Don't be triggered, people. It's gaming. Enjoy. But don't be biased, dumb, ignorant, or an asshole. We can all have fun in this console war or in these gaming streets or whatever you want to call it. It's all fun, people. But it's fun to have fun in an educated way as well. I hope to see you guys soon, and I hope that we can rock out. And please check out some of my last streams I did with my boys. Some retro stuff. It's pretty dope. I'm going to do Sengoku 2 soon. Guys, love you. Be good. See you soon.